I'm here with another review for you. This is my look at the UNSC Halo Gunship, the Pelican, I have a very long history with Halo. I've played it basically ever since I could hold an Xbox controller, because it came out the year I was born and my dad picked it up. So as soon as I was old enough, I just gravitated towards Halo. I had this pull. I like it a lot. So Pelican is probably one of my favorite vehicles. And I'm going to get started. So anyway, there is this one problem I have with this. I got this at a flea market, and I was expecting to have a load of problems, but instead there's only one. And that problem is that I didn't get this piece, the right piece that goes here. And it's supposed to line up with these. It's supposed to be one of the smaller ones, but it's not. And that's unfortunate. And I know that's not me because I followed the instructions to a dime, and I have OCD, so I organized every single part and into Tupperware and just kept that, so I don't know what the heck is going on here. But funny part about that is, like I said, OCD, followed the instructions, still get all these extra pieces. All of these. And you would think that out of all these, there would be the piece that I need. There's not. So, without further ado, let's get to the actual ship. So, over here, cockpit. Very nice. In case you're wondering, you can, in fact, fit the updated articulation figures. Snap that in. And there you go. Those are not included, just showing you guys. And the reason I'm showing you guys that they can fit is because the older ones are retired. They're not doing any more of those. And, yeah, I'm going to miss them a little, but those are really great figures. I mean, come on. So, you can press the button here on the side. I'm going to turn off my lights. Go ahead and press the button. This next one is definitely my favorite. I'm not sure why. Rockets. Just go ahead, rapid fire clicking. I'm sorry if the camera is a little shaky today. I got stung on the hand by a bee, which then proceeded to crawl inside my jacket. So, yeah, I apologize. But, you can just get the wings to go past the little thrusters back here if you get it just right. If not, you can't really do it all that well. But it's basically, get it just right. You could get it to go 360 degrees. So that's nice that you get that kind of motion on the wings. Let's see, down here, I'm going to bring down my lights, both sides. You have this on both sides. You can open up this hatch, just like in the game, and you can get a gun and 2 grenades. It is unfortunate that you can't get bigger guns like in the game, but that is understandable because they are limited in size. They can't really fit anything that big in that compartment. And like I said, you get one of those on both sides. Another thing that you get on both sides is this turret. And you could set a figure on there very nicely. You know, you don't have to worry about bending it or like anything like that. Because sometimes when you have a building item and you have figures, they tend to bend. But they did very well with this, and, you know, use the turn, angle them up and down. Only goes side to side, but that's okay, because, like I said, you got this. So, up and down, that's good. Something that's not good is this. Right there. They don't give you a little note or anything but these pieces are very flimsy. It's probably the plastic that they used when making these parts, but you need to start on this side, push it down, and work your way this way. Otherwise, it's just not good. Bringing that back down. Up top. You didn't have to give us this, and this is great. A little bit in engine detail. But one thing I wish is that it was molded, these pieces were molded in that silver, because they make a really nice silver color. And it would have been nice to get those in silver up here. But a little unfortunate. And the green doesn't really allow it to come through nicely, but what you gonna do? Like I said, they're being generous. They didn't have to do that. You also have these over here that rotate. They can't go quite as far as the wings, but I mean, you get pretty decent motion out of those. Little turret here, gun. Last thing I want to talk about before I go to the inside of the ship is this. Now, this is really neat. You can go ahead, if you have a Warthog, the lights and sounds one specifically, but I don't. It's one of the last ones I need to get. So, I have this one, which I modified using a piece that they actually provide you, which is very nicely. If you pop up the middle here, you could see that little piece there. I modified this Warthog, that way I could fit that in. They give you this adapter, which is really nice. You just go ahead and you clip that on there, like so. You can fit your Spartans back in here, so go ahead and do that. And over here, and then come around. You pick up your Pelican, which is a little difficult to do with one hand, but I'll manage. And you see that piece up there? You can bring that on down like that, but leave that up there for now. Come around, pick up your Warthog. There you go. Now you could either be picking up some guys, or you could deliver them straight to the battlefield. And just to show you guys, I'm going to shake this a little bit. It's not really going anywhere. I mean, I was expecting a few times when I was messing around with this before, like, you know, actually reviewing it, that the Warthog would fall off at some point, but it didn't, and I was surprised, and that's just really good on Mega Bloks' part. Once again, none of the stuff with the Warthog or anything included, but going back over here, one more thing. The stickers. You have to apply them yourself, and they are the clear back stickers. I like applying stickers, personally. I just like sitting down, focusing, and getting them just right. But if you are not, you probably won't like them that much. Yeah, but I think that they help make it look a little bit more complete. So, going on in, they have 4 seats on the inside here. Really simple fix would have been to put plates to make that level with the plates there, like plates with studs on them. But they don't do that, and the problem with that is that you can't stand up a figure in here and actually have them stay standing, because there's nothing for them to put their feet onto, which kind of stinks and takes away from the fact that they have little places on their feet, that way they could stand on studs. So, a little unfortunate. Seats are nice, molded nicely. You got this back here, little clip, or pegs that you can put bullets, or not bullets, guns into, sorry. You also have, over here, this is 4 wide. I would have appreciated if it was a little bit wider, like more 6 wide, but it does its purpose, and it does it well. And what else can you really ask for? So I'm going to go ahead. This does not have friction in the clips. That's why I took it off, just so that it didn't fall down at any time when I'm moving this around, reviewing it for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead, bring that around there, and I'm going to start with Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder armor is not my favorite, but they executed it very well on this figure, and I like the fact that they used the gunmetal gray and more of a copper than a gold color for the visor. Like I said, not my favorite, but decent. Also, comes with 2 magnums. And what else is cooler than a Spartan dual-wielding magnums? Operator. I never used this in-game, and as a matter of fact, I pretty much hate the operator armor. But this is another one. I think they actually translated it better onto this figure from the game than it looks in-game. How it translated in the game, you know? But, I can't argue with the mold for the shotgun. I love the original shotgun, you know? I wish they'd bring that back. But anyway, that's this. Nothing too special. This is Palmer, but it's not Palmer. And I'll explain that. Basically, you can have a license for a game to make products and toys, but you don't always get all of the licenses for the characters, every character. So, basically, this is Palmer's armor, but they just didn't name it Palmer. Palmer. Anyway, nice gold on the visor, and I wish that they put a wash on this one, because it's not like with darker colors where you can really see the detail. I just think that with the work that they put into the sculpt for this one, it would have been nicer to be able to see that detail and see that work that they put into it. That DMR is sweet. And I don't normally say sweet, just doesn't feel right, but that's sweet. I'm going to zoom in on the skull for the warrior, or knight. The eyes are a little derpy, just the one, and that's because it's, I don't know, it applied wrong. Yeah, I didn't like the Prometheans. This is another figure I think that just looks better as a figure than it does in the game. I like the blade, I like the gun, the binary rifle. This one's supposed to light up when you put this guy inside. Unfortunately, this, I believe, is from 2014, so it doesn't really have the, batteries in it to make it work, and I probably have to pick those up. If there's a way to put them inside, I think I saw screws, but I'm not sure if you can actually get them in there, or unless that was a one-time thing. You can fit this guy in the back. Closer look at this guy. I don't like the face. That's not Mega Bloks' fault. That's the designers at 343 that I don't like that. And the reason I don't like that is because it looks like a Megatron. Like a little floating Megatron. It's weird. But, this guy's cool. I like it. And I didn't like the Prometheans, so. And like I said, he could fit in there. So, in case you were wondering, this is what it looks like all folded up. And, I think it looks nicer because, well, it just makes it look more complete than having that big open space. Also, one more thing, it just, from the back with the Megatron head, But anyway, my final thoughts on this: if you can pick it up, pick it up. It is unfortunate. It is about $200 on eBay, and I'm not sure what it's like on Amazon now. But usually you find something for a better price on eBay. If you can pick it up used and you get it for less than $200, definitely get it. But don't spend too much on this because it is a Pelican. And remember, the Pelican is a very iconic ship. And even though people, myself included, didn't really like the design for the Halo 4 Pelican, a lot of people did. And I have no doubt in my mind they will be remaking this one day, probably very soon. Because as I'm reviewing this now, it's 2018. And it's been 4 years, I believe, since we got this. I mean, I may be a little off. I'm not as good with the Halo stuff as I am with my Star Wars stuff when it comes to when stuff is released. But anyway, I will get back to you guys again very soon. I give the ship a 9 out of 10. And the figures, I mean, they probably could have figured out a way to get the little turbine energy things to rotate. But I'm not really going to hold that against them because overall it's all pretty great. Figures 9 out of 10 as well. I will catch you guys again very soon, and I might do some more Halo stuff. I have collected this stuff in the past. Action figures, not so much, but the Halo Mega Bloks. A lot of my stuff is taken apart. But if I have stuff that I can complete and it won't take forever, I'll put out those videos. I've collected over 80 of the minifigures. I still collect them, as you could see from this video. So I will get back to you guys again very soon, and I will see you then. Bye.